Here are three of the most common questions that we get in divorce consults. First off, will I get the kids in the divorce? The issue of child custody is very contentious in most family law cases, but typically the court and the attorneys have experience at structuring a child custody arrangement that works not only for the parties, but the schedule and activities of the children. Oftentimes people come to the divorce process and have somewhat unrealistic expectations about how much time and energy it takes to be a single parent of one or multiple children. When you work with an experienced family law team such as Cannon Associates, we will help you in crafting a schedule that not only works for you, but your child or children to make sure that your interest and the child-parent relationship is maintained in the best way possible throughout the case and beyond. The second most common question that we get is what's going to happen to my stuff in the divorce process? It's important to recognize that there's two types of assets in a divorce case. There are marital assets and personal assets. And determining how you can define each of those is very important in the process because anything that's identified as a separate or personal asset is not subject to division and is not part of the divorce process. However, anything that's identified as a marital asset is subject to division, which means that it may come into the divorce process and you may lose some or all of the interest in that object. The third most common topic that we get asked about in divorce consults is support, both child support and spouse support. Child support is simple. It's typically a computation taking the parties' incomes, how many nights the child stays with one party or the other, and putting that into a formula that determines what the appropriate child support should be. The idea is that if the child lives in one home for 20 days out of 30 days in a month, they have a much larger financial impact on this home than the other. The other form of support that we deal with is spouse support, whether it be temporary during the divorce process or alimony on a long term. There's really two factors that determine alimony in the state of Oklahoma. And that is, does one party have the need for that spouse support, and does the other party have the ability to pay it? So really the facts and circumstances of that marriage dictate whether there will be any alimony or not. When you work with an experienced family law team like Cannon Associates, we can help you to identify your pain points, your goals, and develop a strategy to help you build your better future now.